Ah, Rogue Trader. It's good to finally meet you in person. I am Inquisitor Vale, Ordo Xenos, if that means anything to you. On behalf of the Emperor's most holy Inquisition, I thank you for receiving me. I must say, you brought quite the contingent of bodyguards. You can send them away. You won't need them, I promise. Trust me, if I wanted you dead, you would already be dead. Nor would it be me showing up at your doorstep. I would send some space marines, or an assassin instead. Do correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think there is any need for that. If you send your guards away, this can simply be a cordial visit over a glass of Amasek. I make it a point to meet all of the big players whenever I visit a new sector, to scout for potential assets and threats. I wonder, which one of those will you turn out to be? Of course, if you insist on turning this visit into something else, I will be more than happy to oblige. Good choice. Let us retire someplace private, where we can talk without being overheard. The sheer opulence of Rogue Trader flagships never ceased to amaze me. Although, I have to say, you have better taste than most of your compatriots. Or the ecclesiarchy, for that matter. Hold on. Let me just turn on a privacy shield. I'm sure this room is already equipped with the best privacy shield money can buy. But we have stuff that not even you have access to. And I would rather not take any chances. Speaking of things that no amount of credits can get you, I brought you a little gift. It's a wine that they cultivate on Bacchus, a little-known planet that has been quarantined for centuries. Because of, well, reasons that are none of your concern. The place has several issues, but I think you'll agree. Their wines are truly excellent. It's not an expensive gift per se, but it's very exclusive. Inaccessible, even for you. And just in case you don't drink alcohol, I brought you a bottle of the unfermented stuff too. So, what's your poison? You seem nervous. First time meeting an Inquisitor? What are you worried about? Have you got something to hide? Do you think I'm here to kill you after all? Or do you think I'm going to use some sorcery on you and bend you to my will? Relax. If you're loyal, you've got nothing to fear from me. You are loyal, aren't you? Look at me. Look right into my eyes. And tell me, are you loyal? You really are nervous. It makes you look incredibly Suspicious, you know. Just relax. Don't look away. Relax. Relax. We won't be needing this setting anymore. Stop. Turn around. Sit back down. On second thought, kneel. I know what you're thinking. How is this possible? The blank I've got hidden in the room next door should protect me against her witchcraft. Don't look so shocked. Did you really think that I wouldn't notice a blank on the other side of the wall? Of course I noticed. It's kind of a problem that you have one at all, to be honest. They are a very valuable commodity, one that you're not supposed to have. Hiding a blank from the Inquisition may not be outright heresy, but it's getting pretty close. Although, I have to admit, you did have the right idea. Having a blank in close proximity would have protected you against my witchcraft. But this isn't witchcraft, my dear rogue trader. This is hypnosis, an ancient technique I found in a forbidden manuscript, dating from even before the dark age of technology. Send away your blank. Tell them to leave. You do have a comm bead, I suppose. Send them away. Much better. They really are quite unpleasant to be around, aren't they? But as I said, there is no warp trickery involved here. Warp trickery, witchcraft. That would go a little bit more like this. Hold still and look into my eyes. You can feel my fingers pushing into your skull, both icily cold and pleasantly warm at the same time. You can feel the temperature dropping with every passing moment. Frost is forming on your brow and on every surface in the room, but you barely even notice. All you see are my eyes. They are glowing, pulsing with power, drilling into your soul. And all you can do is fall. You're falling into my eyes. Obey. Plummeting into them. Deeper and deeper and deeper. Submit. Losing yourself in their depths. Fall. As your mind melts deeper and my will engulfs and subsumes yours. You have no will. And as I let go of your head, but mine, and the glow of my eyes fade, you want to serve me. The temperature of the room rises again, and the frost, all evidence, evaporates. You want to please me. You wake up and are left wondering, did that really happen? You want to be controlled. That is what warp trickery is like. You belong to me. Rise up. Get up from the floor. Take your seat and face me. Your mind is mine. This never gets old. But you know what I found interesting? When I mentioned the word hypnosis, submit, a word that should have absolutely zero meaning to you. You want to serve me? I saw a little flicker of recognition in your eyes. Obey. You know what it is, don't you? Hypnosis. I wonder what other things you know about that you really, really shouldn't. Look at me. Submit. Nod if what I say means something to you. Tyrannids, gene stealers, spirit stones, wraithbone, necrons, Death Watch. Lord Calcazar would have an aneurysm if he knew. According to procedures, I should really be mind-wiping you. But when it comes to Xenos, it's usually the things we don't know that kill us. You're definitely going to have to tell me stories of how you know about these things, though. Over a glass of Amasec. Speaking of making you forget about things, I should probably make you forget about this, at least. In the interest of keeping our relations cordial in the future. Then again, something tells me you didn't exactly mind. In fact, I think part of you even enjoyed being so completely powerless, so utterly at my mercy. Look at me. Look into my eyes. I'm not a mind reader, but I am very good at reading people. You really are an interesting individual. Fine. I will do you a favor and let you keep your memories. All of them. And if you're good, if you cooperate and prove useful to me, maybe I will do this again. Maybe I will make you submit to me again. Would you like that? I could compel your obedience, of course. Or make you want to help me. But that would come pretty close to infringing on your warrant of trade. In other words, to heresy. So, I will settle for dangling a carrot in front of your face instead. And we'll see if we'll be making that a pendant later. Look at me. When I snap my fingers, you will be free from my compulsions, and you will no longer feel the urge to obey my every command. Well, that's that. I'm satisfied. Sorry for the mind control. Or should that be, you're welcome. Oh, one more thing. Since you're somehow aware of the Necrons, even though you should really not be, I can be direct for a change. Don't mess around with Necron artifacts. If you have any in your collection, tell me. If you find something in your travels that smells even remotely Necron, call me. Do not test me on this. No matter what you think you know about the Necrons, I can guarantee you, you have no idea of how big a threat they actually are. Now, how about we crack open one of these bottles? Here's to a long and fruitful collaboration. Cheers.